Hey everybody, we are here with Moonbeam this morning. We are at Home Depot and we just got here. So we just got out of the car. So I wanted to start recording right away for a couple reasons. One, to show you the progress that she's made as far as like when we first went to Park Road Shopping Center. It took us probably 15 minutes before we even went inside of Black Hawk. Today she's doing a lot better. You can see I have no pressure on the leash already. We're kind of just hanging out, letting her observe and whatnot, but she's doing really good. So I wanted to show you exactly how you want to go about doing things as soon as you get to the place. So a lot of times people will want to, get their dog out and then get inside and then start taking control of the situation. But if you think of it, if you can't control your dog in the parking lot where there's a lot more, just natural, maybe, good girl, where there's just a lot, it's just a more natural environment for her than rather than being inside of a store. So, maybe. Okay, so just like this, right? So she gets all worked up. If you add too much pressure on this leash, she's going to start wigging her head out. She's going to back up. She's going to jump up on her back two legs. Those are all indicators that you're using too much pressure. Pressure doesn't need to be more than this, right? It's more just to get her to focus rather than, good girl, than the leash doing its job. So if you teach her less is more, and when you feel this teeny little bit of pressure, that means I need you to relax. Then every single time she just, see it even right there, Moonbeam, Moonbeam. Right, so instead of adding more tension or her pulling more and adding more tension to herself and then making herself wig out, all I did was use her name, give some kissing noises, got her to pay attention to me. Now you have to understand she's a puppy and I'm saying, Moonbeam, good girl. So right there, again, I used her name. I didn't rely on just standing there holding tension. Right now, we're tangled. Right now there's a lot going on. She wants to sniff. I'm recording. She wants to just like go, go, go. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to start moving, and I want you to start moving super slow, like slow-mo, okay? So it's a lot harder for your dog to walk a slow speed and stay with you than it is to keep just a normal natural speed, and it makes it a lot easier for them to just that natural instinct kick in of I just pull ahead, because that's what she wants to do. She's excited, she pulls towards something. But she has to understand right now we're not just pulling, we're not playing, we're not sniffing, we're doing a working, a moving command, and we're working, and you have to pay attention, you have to focus. This is how you're going to wear her out. Okay, so you can't just take her for a walk. You have to take her for a heel. Moonbeam. You have to take her for a heel and challenge her and make her think through a lot of scenarios and make her do calm behaviors and all of that. It's really important for you to have this kind of follow through. See, she's getting excited. There's somebody just parked next to us. If I add more pressure, she's going to wig out more, right? So I actually want to release tension. Just want just a little bit. Now she keeps trying to get back up, and I just keep reapplying that tension. I'm not getting myself all worked up, and she's got a poo, that's why. Okay, so that's why we'll go clean that up. Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Okay, so thank you. Okay, so back to where we were. Sorry about that. Just have to get that cleaned up. Okay, so now that she's used the bathroom, we know it's not that anymore. So anyway, like I was saying, you want to start walking with her really slow. It's really easy for your dog to try and just walk this normal pace, and then what happens is we almost try and walk a little bit faster just so that we can get ahead of them because we're supposed to be ahead of them, so we're trying to beat them, and then it just becomes a race because then she tries to walk a little bit faster because you're walking a little faster, but you're only walking faster because she's trying to get ahead, right? And then it's just a vicious cycle. So you have to think of it differently, that you're not trying to beat her, you're trying to get her to follow you. Okay, so when you first do this, when you get to the parking lot or even just at your house, you can just do this, okay? So I'm going to let her, give her some space. Moonbeam, Moonbeam. Yes, good girl. Moonbeam, good girl. Good job. So now I have hot dogs here because this is a high distraction setting. So I need a high value treat to get her to focus on me rather than all of the distractions that are going on. Moonbeam. Good. Moon. Moon. Good girl. Sit. Excellent. Okay. Okay. Good girl. Good job. Good. Moon. Good. So as soon as, right, so all I'm doing is kind of backpedaling. I'm just moving backwards. And as soon as she goes ahead of me right here, I can stop, right? Moonbeam, yes. And get her to follow with me again, right now. Moonbeam, right? Come back to me. Follow me. Moonbeam, yes, good girl. Excellent. Good job, sweetums. Okay. Moon. Right now I can clean it up and walk normally. Moonbeam. Yes. Good girl. Yeah. Good. Now she knows. See, now she's paying attention. Good girl. Now she's paying attention. She knows when I turn, she needs to turn with me. So I don't want to pull her right there, right? I want to release that tension and get her to follow me, not a leash. I want the leash to do as little as possible. I always want Moon to be paying attention to me. Moon, yes, good girl. And then I'm going to reward her for paying attention and being a good girl. Come. Yes. Beautiful. Such a good puppy. She's such a smart puppy. She's such a smart puppy. Right? Okay, so we just got here. Let's see, we've been here for about 10 minutes or so. So now I've got her moving and paying attention. I've got her not focusing so much on the fact that there's so much new stuff going on. So right there, she just saw some people. I don't want to choke up on my leash and then have her pull and then do all. Release that tension. Be loose. Learn how to turn with your body and get her to focus on you. Think of it like a seatbelt. You know, a seatbelt, like, it has some bunginess to it. And it only stops when it needs to get you to not move anywhere, right? So that's the same idea as your slip lead. It's just a seatbelt. You're the one that's driving the car, right? So when we turn, that's getting her to focus. When I turn this, good girl, right? So that there's a off. When we turn left, we're really focusing on getting her to pay attention, right? So I make quick left turns. If she's not paying attention, she's going to get bumped into. So you can do quick, look at a square, right? And then just, whoop, see how she whoop, whoop. Good girl. Now, turning right helps you as a handler, blah, 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 helps you as a handler learn how to be loose with your leash. Moon. Good. And get her to follow you. It helps you practice not choking up on your leash and pulling, right? See the difference between choking up and letting loose? Right? We never want to use that tension. That tension is just to tell her to basically go into that calm sit position. Moon. Good girl. Good job, Poppins. Right, she gets a little too excited. So now we can start moving forward. She knows to move with me. Now, if I keep just walking in that straight line again, she's going to go right back into that I just go where I want mode, right? You've got to keep her focusing on you. So that's the whole point of a heel, is giving them a lot of mental stimulation. So you don't even have to leave the front of your house. I mean, look how far we've gotten from my car. We haven't gone anywhere in over 10 minutes, right? This is it. And she's gotten a lot of mental stimulation right now. Every time I've done a turn, she's had to think, oop, I gotta pay attention. Oop, she just used her brain. She just used her brain, right? Now she's really using it. Moonbeam, sit. Sit. Good girl. So she gets all worked up. She gets all excited. Then we're just going to get her. You can't get all worked up too, right? You have to remain calm and show her, nope, just because you got all excited and there was something cool there doesn't mean you get to just lose all focus on me, right? You have to practice these behaviors now as a team, as a handler and dog duo. because she'll respect me as a handler now. And it's kind of the same idea as like with Conrad. You guys always were like, well, how come he doesn't do it with you? It's only because he respected me as a handler, because from the minute I met him, you know, he knew how things went with me. He just, you know, we had a mutual respect for each other. I knew what he didn't like, and he knew how, you know, what to do to show me respect, and I would show him that same respect back. So, you know, Moonbeam's a whole different dog, as you know. She's really, you know, excited. She wants to meet people, and it's going to be on the whole different aspect of, if you want her to be calm when she meets people that come over, you've got to practice calm greeting skills with her, and show her that you're still in control of situations, even when she's really excited and wants to say hi. She can't just, you know, it's a kid at Disney World. Just because you see Mickey Mouse doesn't mean you get to let go of my hand and run away to him, right? You still have to walk with me and, you know, be good. So lots of sits, lots of turns, pace changes, meaning go slow and make her walk this really difficult, right? So this is good for you because it lets you see exactly when she's breaking a heel. Like clearly she's not in a nice heel right there, right? So it makes it real easy for you to give those pops and the stop off, right? So every time she does something where she's not paying attention to me, I'm giving her a communication. I'm saying, no. And I'm not doing that with English, I'm doing that with the slip lead, because she's learned this language now that it means pay attention or calm down. Wait. Good girl. Okay, so positioning, as I've said before, really important. Okay, and that's just her getting frustrated. She's like, oh, I've had enough of having to do what I'm being told. But she's just, you got to work through that. She's got to know that it doesn't matter that you're really excited. I'm not just going to say, okay, and, you know, freebie. So if she's getting frustrated, how can I make it a little more exciting for her? Food, right? She loves food, then make her more excited to work for you. Make it a positive thing. Don't make her get stressed out. She's not going to calm down by getting stressed out because she can't do what she wants to do, right? So reward her for doing what you want her to do, and then she'll know that this is a positive experience because she gets rewarded for this calm behavior. See, even there, it's a very loose tension, yeah? And as soon as she gets ahead, see, she put all that pressure on herself, but I know to kind of pull back and release some of that force. I'm never going to hold that heavy hand of force. So right there, there's pressure on. She knows what it means. Spatial pressure gets her to get distracted, you know? It blocks her from that distraction. And then the tension of me turns off, and the tension of the leash turns off. Yeah. Moonbeam. So very, very light. Moon. Good girl. All right, so we're getting closer to the door. There's a lot of people. She's starting to get more excited. So we're going to take a few minutes. We're not just going to try and shuffle through the door. That's it. Moonbeam. So that'll be a big thing to learn, is when she does that backup because she's just frustrated and she just doesn't want to do it. You've got to learn how to release tension. You have to keep your pressure, as little pressure as possible. So she's getting all worked up. Don't let her back up, because then she's a good girl. Then she's going to add more force. Heel. I'm going to start moving and get her moving. Heel. It's hard for her to just sit still and not do anything. And so right there, pops to say pay attention. I'm going to turn right now. I'm going to turn again. See, she was way too far ahead. So I was able to pop, kind of get her to realize you got to pay attention. Moonbeam. Circles. Moonbeam. Yeah. Yeah. Right, so if we walked inside right now, do you think she would nicely walk with me? No. She's going to just try and pull and go say hi to people. Yeah. Which is okay. I mean, it's not that we don't want her to say hi to people, but right now she needs to learn to be calm and to focus on you in distracting situations. We already know she's social. That's not going to be an issue. More of your issue is going to be learning to get her to not jump on people, which goes hand in hand with this. If she can't be calm and listen to you in a store when she's not meeting people, she's not going to be able to be calm in a store while meeting people, right? So you have to work at the first step of the ladder before you can move up the ladder. So now if anybody tries to say hi to her, I have two options. One, if she's not being calm, I'm simply going to say she's in training right now. I'm sorry, unfortunately she's in training right now. Or if she's being calm, Moonbeam, or if she's being calm, then I'm going to tell them as long as her paws are on the ground. She's not allowed to jump. If her paws leave the ground, she's going to get a pop on the leash from me. I don't have to tell them all that, but all I'm going to say is as long as her paws are on the ground. So like this is how you would want to greet her. Also, a lot of times while I'm thinking of it, people will always want to go like this when they meet a dog, right? It's pet the top of their head. But a dog's going to want to follow your hand, right? Of course, you didn't do it as much as I wanted to. But anyway, sit. Going over her head, see how they're going to follow your hand. It's actually always best to kind of just scratch like this underneath her chin. Sit. Moonbeam, sit. Good girl, stay. Okay, yep. Good. Good girl. Okay, so that was perfect right there. Those people wanted to say hi to me. Not me, her. And they stopped, and then I heard them say, oh, I think she's training. So that's why I started moving. You don't have to say hi. If you're working on something with your dog, it's okay. You don't have to say hi to everybody. Okay, so she's doing good. It's quiet right here. We're going to start heading in. Pops as soon as we get in, so she understands just because we walked inside doesn't mean everything goes out the window, right? So I like to get off to the side real quick. Okay, Moonbeam, come. Good girl, sit. Yes, come. Good, sit. Stay. Okay, good girl. Good girl, heel. Good. Excellent, good girl, Moon. Come. Yes. Good girl. Moonbeam. Place. Okay. Ready? Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Okay, so new object. She's like, I'm not quite sure about this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let her eat a hot dog off of it. Good girl. It was just a little bit far enough that she had to kind of move. Okay, now we go like that. Go get it. Go get it. Place. Get it. Good girl. Come on, go get it. Yes, good girl, Moon. Good girl. Good girl, Mooney. Right, so nothing bad happened. She just got a hot dog. She did it on her own. I didn't pull her. Right. Place. Now I'm going to kind of draw her on this time. She knows it's safe, so she won't be as scared to put her paws onto it. Okay, so I'm kind of letting her eat it, but I'm slowly moving it back. And so she's getting a taste of it. Come on, get it. Good girl, get it. Come on, get it. Come on, you got it. Come on, man. Yes, good girl. Okay. All right, so let's leave it at that. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and walk around, do some more stuff with her, but that's a great little indicator. That's how you're gonna work with her as soon as you get to new environments. Really, that's just basic tips for everywhere. It's not even just in public. So like I always say, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, we will see you guys tomorrow. See you. Bye. Bye, Dad. Bye, guys.